Alright, welcome to our little house on the road. This is our 1970 Starcraft Pop-up Camper, and we've put quite a bit of work into it already. It was in fairly good condition. We just had to kind of modernize it a little bit, clean it up. As you can tell, it still needs a paint job, which we'll get. We took the canvas off, put it in the wash machine, put it back up and waterproofed it, and there's no leaks. I'll take you inside, show you around a little bit, show you some of the stuff we've done. We have a 750 watt Walmart inverter hooked up to a 12-volt battery. I also put a little meter here, and that tells us how many volts that the battery has on it. Right now it's 12 volts. That's handy when the inverter is not on. The inverter, granted it's upside down, tells us it's 12.3, but when it's not on, that LED screen, or I guess it's LCD screen, is not lit up, so we don't know. And this does a very good job of running our little refrigerator. This is where our compost toilet will go. We've actually considered just making this a compost toilet, and there'll be a curtain that goes around it, a little bit of privacy. We're going to use this bunk area just for storage, so there will be no mattress on it. Three burner stove, and it works. I don't have propane on right now. Our little sink. Now this sink had a hand pump. 1970, it was a hand pump. I've installed an RV pump, which I'll show you in a bit, and I thought it'd be real handy just to put a little hose valve on it, just for cold water. And that way we can put a hose on it, and we can move the hose around. Maybe wash your hair. This is the tank, and I actually got this got this idea from a YouTube video. This way that I can just swap out water. Get 5 or 6 different buckets of water. When I'm in town, fill up the buckets, and just swap them out when the bucket is empty. And this works out real well. Of course there'll be a lid on it. I don't have a lid on this bucket, but there'll be a lid on it to keep the dirt out. And when this bucket's empty, just swap it out. Take it to town, fill it back up. The other thing is if we wanted hot water, instead of buying a hot water heater tank, we can just warm our water up right here, dump it right in the bucket. Now we got hot water. And then we can wash your hair with that hose. And you just heard the pump kick on. And now it shuts off. It'll cycle for a few minutes to pressurize. I had to make a new table, but the leg was still here. Alright. We have our seating area, and this is where we'll sleep. I've installed a switch that powers LCD fog lights, and I got some pictures I'll show of this. Show you the water pump and what I did there. I had to install all this hose. It only took 2 sizes of different hose, and the reason it took 2 was, one, the water inlet right there took a I forget it, what it was, 5/8, not sure what it was. And so I had to get a T connection for the 3/8. I'm going to show you the gray water tank that I used, or that I modified. I modified the original clean potable water or clean water tank. It's underneath the bench here. And so our dirty water, the water from the sink that is, see, drains now down through this hose into the original clean water tank. I've made this drain tank, or gray water tank, and it drains outside to this, through this little connection here. I'll show you that when we get outside. The tank was just too filthy to use for clean water. Even if I wanted to, I'd had to replace it. So, save some money, use this as gray water and the bucket for clean water. And somebody who, previous owner of this camper, installed an air conditioner. Now that air conditioner didn't work, just a window air conditioner. That one was, the one that I took out was 5,200 BTUs. This one's 5,000. I can run it on shore power, or I can run it on my Champion 2,000 watt inverter generator, and it works really good. Cools it off real quick. And I'll just go ahead and show you the it's about 45 degrees out today, and it's actually hot in here with my Mr. Buddy heater, Mr. Heater Buddy. And of course, if you want to purchase any of these items you see in here, a lot of these items you can find on the Amazon store, linked down below in the description, and your purchases would be appreciated. Okay, this is the drain valve for the dirty water tank. Now I'm just going to dump it on the ground here. It's just water that I ran for this video. And I turned it backwards like that for two reasons. One, so I can get the hose on and off easier. And two, so when I'm driving down the road, debris isn't hitting the water exit. Okay, and then I'm going to move on. I installed a water inlet, recessed water inlet for shore water, and I do have shore power also. I changed out both wheel hubs. I figured with a 1970 trailer, who knew when the last time that was lubed up or anything, so I just went ahead and bought new wheel hubs. And then finally I bought new tires. I took the tire off for safety reasons, that way nobody will come and steal the trailer. And then I'm going to walk you around just to show you the battery. I still have to put it in a box, but there's the battery. That hooks up right up to the inverter cables. I'll be able to charge this battery straight from the truck or from my Champion inverter generator. And then finally, I had to put on a new inlet valve for the propane tanks. And this is kind of neat. It's got three shutoffs. It's got the one on the tank. There's a shutoff here where I can actually regulate the flow a little bit more than what the pressure regulator does. And then there is a shutoff valve there also. So I like that for some reason. And that should conclude the tour of our little house on the road. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, click like, and we'll see you in our next video.